hi guys.
Hello, hello.
She just said no farting, no swearing to me, as if I'm the farting problem.
Can you hear us okay? Hopefully you can't hear any farting and swearing. If you can, it's not me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've got push to talk on, so any farting, you wouldn't hear it through my microphone because I wouldn't be pushing the button. So it would have to be you.
That's just what you're telling everybody. So who have I missed? Who have I not said hello to? Bea, Wendy, Danielle, Rachel, Lucy, Jackie. I think I probably caught everybody else before that. I've got my arms full at the moment.
Hi, Emily.
I'm also very sneezy today. Hey, Emily. Hi, Debs and Sharon. How very dare you? Right, okay. Completely forgotten what I need to do.
Well, you need to switch the next scene.
Yes.
Probably the room view one.
It's partly because I'm trying to do it one hand at the moment, so I can't reach a thing.
And I would do it for you, but my arms aren't long enough.
Okay, bear with, guys.
She can click on it, I assure you. Although I'm not entirely sure. There she goes. Done!
You can see I was trying to do it one-handed now. Hi. I said I'd bring Tom down to show everybody. Only it's a long time since I used him, and I've completely forgotten. how to work him.
See, the real one just pats your head on its own.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be encouraged.
Yeah, it's quite hard to work actually. It was one thing making it. I could also make him smaller than me. It's one thing making it. It's a whole new skill trying to learning how to actually use them. This is the first one we made, wasn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get off! He was also sitting up there next to Stephen. I don't know if we've shown you Stephen before. Our glorious sock creature.
Yes, Debs, he is big and clever.
Yeah, he is. Not funny though, are you? No.
He's very funny.
I'm hilarious.
And Stephen is fantastic as well, of course.
Yeah, I love Stephen. Stephen's got real veneers in his teeth. Well, I say real veneers, I mean veneers aren't real, are they? But they're kind of meant to be used as actual veneers. I drilled holes in them with my Dremel. Do you love Stephen? Yes, I do. They've been sitting up there together on the top shelf, just nearly broke my neck trying to get them down. Well, I'll tell you what I love that you never really see is his little feet. Look at his little feet.
Your feet.
They're not big and hairy enough. Hi, Chad Dash.
Yeah.
Hi, Jenny. Have I said hello to Jenny? Alison, hello. Hi. Hi.
Yeah, the whole Stephen thing is fantastic. Someone insisting their name was like in Starbucks or something, saying it's Stephen with a PH, and they got it back with the PH at the start.
Yeah, Stephen. That's why we call him Stephen. Yes, he can fix stuff, and puppet making is very, very easy, Jackie.
It is very easy.
You'll see that it doesn't show up too well on this black background. It shows up better on the white background, but you'll see that easy coming up there. Well, it's EZ to us, isn't it? But that's actually Tom. I think we should have put a kind of background around that, Tom. It doesn't show up too well against that black.
Yeah, the beard doesn't show up well on the black one, does it?
No. You see, did that wrong, didn't you? You're not so clever as you thought, are you?
Well, you're welcome to fix it yourself.
Yeah.
You got the SVG there.
Now,
Fire up, Inkscape.
I fed up having my hand up Tom's Jacksy for a minute.
In fact,
we are, mate.
why don't we do the Inkscape thing now? We'll stream that. You can show everyone how good at Inkscape you are.
Yeah, I can do. I have learned quite a lot in my defence, haven't I?
You have, yeah. You learned enough to wind your neck in.
Yeah, we did. We made them together, Alison, and we followed. Now, what's the guy called?
I don't remember.
Utterly blank. He was really, really ill as well.
Yes.
But if you look back in my old videos, I'm sure we didn't actually show the making of it, but I'm sure we've shown him before, and I would have.
Yeah, I'll find out and make sure we get a link.
He was very, very ill. I haven't heard anything from him for ages, so I don't want to think the worst. But he had, he's very, very, very ill. God, I feel really, really awful now. I can't remember his name, but his channel and his tutorials absolutely wonderful and all free.
Yeah.
So
I think his channel name is Puppet Nerd. I don't remember what his actual name is.
I think it is. I've got to find out. Excuse me, guys.
I'm searching now, so you can keep talking to the people. Yeah.
Hi, Granny Sue. Hi, Viv. Yeah, so that was the first one we made. Then we made
Adam Krutinger.
That's it. Yeah, I knew it was a name that I had to look up how to pronounce his second name. Brilliant man, really, really amazing. Very passionate about what he does with puppets. Very passionate about sharing his skills with people, and just all around lovely guy and really, really talented. And when he became so ill, I was really choked up about it at the time. I haven't looked to see for ages how he's doing but hopefully all the content is still there though, and anyway, hi Cindy. And we did, before we stopped looking at puppets, we did also make, I'm going to go to go here for this one. We did also make 2 teeny weeny puppets. Little finger puppets. So this one is PP, Private Paula. You sometimes see he moderates here in the channel, and you'll also see him. He's one of the mods in our Discord as well. And I've given him a heavy metal t-shirt. And his hands are like that because he's a drummer as well in his spare time.
Yeah. He did have little drumsticks, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know where the drumsticks are gone, but that's what that hand position was about. And we've got headphones on him, and we were very proud of how we made these little headphones, weren't we?
Yes, because PP used to stream, and he always wore headphones that looked
He does
just
still
like
stream
that.
sometimes, didn't he? On
Not
Twitch?
really, no.
No? Yeah. And he, you know, I just can't imagine him without the orange headphones. So that's how we did him. Yeah. And then this one is Shorts, who you'll also see in the Discord. Spelt with a Z, ZH, Shorts. Well, it's Mr. Shorts, isn't it? Actually, we will call him Shorts. And he's in his spare time. He's Swedish, actually, and not in his spare time. He's always Swedish. And
So
you know, looking at this, he really looks Swedish there, doesn't he?
He does a bit, yeah.
God, those glasses were fiddly too. I can't seem to make it focus very well. Don't know why. It's trying to focus on what's underneath. There we go. In his spare time, he loves model railways, and yeah, he's a real railway buff, isn't he? So he's got the little.
He does rather like a train.
Yeah, he's got the guard's whistle. I think it's partly the shine of the glasses isn't helping either. Oh, come on. There we go. He's got a little whistle and his flag, and yeah, forgotten what the other bits are, but yeah. Driver's hat.
We've actually met Shorts in person.
Yes, we have. We met up with him and some of the other Twitch people, didn't we, down in Reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Hi, Lane. Yeah, and I think because the name is his Switch name is the same one he uses in Discord. So people see Private Paula, and for ages people thought he was a lady. And I kept saying, no, he's a big beardy German guy.
Yeah,
definitely
big,
not a lady. Yeah. So we call him PP rather than Private Paula. Just the same as to them. I'm still TTK mum, aren't I? Because that's what I was on Twitch.
Yeah. No, I think to to Shorts and PP or The Hobbit by now.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Yeah, and this is, yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. Hi, Rhonda. So what's everybody else up to today? I've finished my chicken. Well, finished my chicken, I think I was doing last week. And I've just started another one. This is still out of the leftovers from Liz's sock box in January, her Stitch Kit sock box. So she made a pair of socks, sent me the leftover wools because I just love this Adria Phil knit coll, I think it's called. And she sent me the leftovers. And so I've made one chicken out of it. All I had to add was that sort of magenta and yellow for the beak and the comb and that. And I've just started another one, which I think I'm going to be able to get entirely out of what's left. If not, the tummy bit is the only bit that's done separately. So if it looks like I'm going to run out, I'll do that with a different wool, but we'll see.
Yeah, it will work quite well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, the instructions tell you how to keep changing colour, but because with this sort of wool, you don't have to change colour, yeah, which saves you weaving in all the ends and stuff. I do think she's come out a little bit a bit longer than she should be. Do you see what I mean? A bit wonky, but I don't mind lengthy. That. Yeah, so I could do. Well, no, I can't now. I was going to say I could do less. I could have done less stitches there, less rows there, but I've already done them. This is where I'm up to on the new one. This is true. Yeah, so yeah, but it's okay because some chickens are long.
Yeah,
this one
sometimes they need to fit over a teapot.
Yeah, or hat. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. What am I doing? This one.
Little birdie told me that one of the Emilys is doing some drawing today.
Oh, really? She is super cuddly. That's what she's made for, Emily. That's what they call them, emotional support chickens, and they do sit. They just sit nicely in your lap to cuddle. They are really, yeah.
Actual chickens seem to be quite cuddly as well if you get a sort of very tame one.
Yeah.
Harder to come by and stinkier.
Yes.
But, you know.
And with the tendency to poop. Yeah.
Yes, they will poo a lot more than a knitted one or crocheted.
Wow. So you have just made flocks and flocks of birds. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, I made a chicken. It's a crocheted one. That's the knitting tree in LA. That's their pattern. They do a crochet and a knit one. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose it makes sense. They would do knitted patterns, Emily, as well.
The pattern's really nice to follow because you're good at amigurumi and stuff, so you won't struggle with this at all. I would advocate watching their video for how to do the tail because there's some handy tips, but it's not a free pattern, but I thought it was worth it. Yeah.
Do you have a link to the pattern?
I put it in the live stream follow along last time. I don't know. Did I put one in the description box? Can you look for me, please, Tom?
I'll go have a look.
Thank you. If not, I'll put it again. It's called The Knitting Tree. I think the website might be theknittingtreela.com.
Yes, it is indeed in the description of this stream.
Oh, brill. Oh, see, how organised am I? Yeah. They do a knitting...
Less organised than it may appear.
They do a knitting version as well. But, yeah, that was complete accidental. That was complete accidental organisation. No, it's not, because I did it last time. Yeah, it's... There's... They do, if you go to their website, there's a knitting version and a crochet version. So,
which is nice.
Yeah, the link might be straight to the crochet one, but the beginning of the link will just be their website, I believe so. They also sell it on Ravelry, I think, but I don't tend to use Ravelry.
Ooh, both the Emilys are after the
cabin patches. That sounds pretty. Yes. I think we need more chickens in the world. You should see, I don't know if Ellen's here because she's... I think a couple of hours ago I was chatting to her online and she was just going to bed because she's in Australia, but she's made like 15 of them or something, like loads of these chickens, and then we'll go into a charity. So yeah. Hey, Louise.
You certainly could just use one colour, yeah. You're essentially just using one colour because you've just got,
I've just got
yarn
this.
that's different colours.
I've just got this variegated yarn, which sort of self stripes, which I love. But I think the instructions. Yeah, if I show you a minute, if I show you one here, so you can see there's 2 different examples of a tail piece there. So you start at the tail and work up, and then the only other bit that's done separately is the tummy section, and then the comb and wattle. Don't know if they show. Hang on, I can't remember now. There's some other ones where they've done different kinds of patches and colours. So really, use what you got. And I would say if you've got double knitting that's like double knitting and I'm using a 4mm hook. But to be honest, if you had chunkier wool, you'd just end up with a bigger chicken, wouldn't you?
One thing worth bearing in mind with this pattern, if you're from the UK, is that it's in US terms.
Yeah.
So you'll have to know how to translate those.
But it's quite easy. You make the 2 tail pieces. I said it's all in one piece. It's not quite. You make the 2 tail pieces, this half, that half. You single crochet in their terms, double crochet in our terms, them together there. And then you pick up the stitches all the way along, and then you carry on and do the rest of it all in one piece.
Well, if you always use US, then you'll be fine.
And I would say, almost if you're a more experienced crocheter, you're more, if anything, possibly more likely to not fully read what they're saying and do what you think they're going to say rather than what it actually says. So because a few people have said, I found the pattern quite hard. It's not if you make sure you're reading what they actually say, because there's parts where you turn back and forth and you think, what? There's sometimes they'll say chain 1 at the beginning of the row. Other times you don't. And if they say not to, then don't, because otherwise it will go steppy instead of smoothing out. But I think it's a really nicely thought out pattern, personally. I've really enjoyed using it. And I did all of this yesterday evening, and I was tired yesterday evening, so you can see it's not hard. Yeah. But just see how many Ellen's done on the show. She's shown them on the Facebook group. Frizzy Bee's an avid crocheter. Frizzy Bee and Emily Arts, both linked in the description box. I've tried to put all of the sort of regular people in here who've got YouTube channels. I've tried to put them all in, so I don't think I've forgotten anyone, but just working on
you haven't linked to my channel.
Well, I can if you like, Tom.
Well, I mean, there's nothing on there.
I told you you should start doing. Yeah, exactly.
So.
I did tell you you should start. You should start doing something.
I mean, the thing is, YouTube is very easy.
It's not, though.
Like video editing, it's just not. So easy. It's boring. It's really quick as well.
I don't find
5 minutes and your video's up and done.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't find it difficult, but not as such. But I find it very time consuming. I quite enjoy the process, but I just haven't got enough time in the day sometimes. Yeah, it's not a cheap pattern either. It cost me £6, so whatever that is in dollars, which I thought was quite
sounds
pricey.
reasonable to me.
It's quite pricey for a pattern that you've got to print yourself. That's on the pricey side,
I guess.
Generally, compared to what you generally pay.
It's quite a good pattern.
But it is a good pattern. I was happy to pay it. Sometimes I think, support the designer kind of thing.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to think these things through.
I'm sure some of you are good enough that you could just bosh that out without a pattern.
I think
all of
this would have taken some thinking out. I think I'd probably have kind of freeformed it happily enough, but then you've got to make sure you get the other side the same so that they match up when you fold it all together. I
know that Laurie was
You're
asking
enjoying
about...
that, Snoppy?
I know that Laurie was asking about freeform crochet earlier. I know there were other people talking about that in a previous stream.
Yeah, Jackie's been doing some. I desperately want to get around to doing some of that. I used to love it. I used to do something I think you would call freeform crochet, where you just kind of go all over the place and bits end up coming off, and and I did that back in the 70s, and I don't know if it was a thing then. I certainly didn't know it was a thing then. I thought I was making it up, but maybe it was already a thing. But I haven't really done it since, but I know I used to love it. You just kind of basically start with some little shape or a strip or something, and then you just kind of go into it, and you can bring in all kinds of thicknesses of yarn, and you know, you might it's not all necessarily going to end up in one flat piece. You might end up with a bit that's attached on here that you kind of increase into, so you get like a wavy effect. Do you know what I mean? You get all bits coming off it, and yeah, I used to love doing that. Yeah, no rules. That would appeal to you, Jackie. That doesn't surprise me.
See, I want mathematically correct crochet, where you need rulers and protractors for everything.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite... it's quite difficult, that swapping from one term to the other, and sometimes I've come a cropper because I do work in both. Sometimes my head forgets which one I'm in today, kind of thing. And if you're partway through a pattern and you go into,
suddenly half of it's double the size.
yeah. I mean, it's always an obvious thing if it says single crochet, because we just don't really use that in UK terms at all, of course.
Yes, I suppose. Yeah,
that would be kind of a slip stitch, I suppose. I mean, it wouldn't really be a thing in a UK pattern.
Which you could argue means that the US one is more sensible. If we just start at double crochet and work up from there, we're doing it wrong.
I think I suppose so. Yeah, there should be a single one. Yeah, I think it's because you pull through and pull through again, so that's why double. And yeah, I suppose single would have been, I guess, what I would call a slip stitch, but then there's no need, really, no call to use that, so you just don't tend to see it. Okay, I'm ready to move on to the next bit of this. So I'm going to be, this second chicken, I'm going to hopefully finish in time to join the bunnies for the giveaway at the big live, the Arty Farty Party Saturday night one on I think we worked out it's going to be the 5th of April, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that will be the bunnies that I made from last month's stitch kit. I say last month's because I've already got the April box. Very excited about the April box.
Yes.
I can say one thing without spoiling the surprise, is this time it's something that Rachel and Kirsty thought I'd like to make for myself. I'm doing the thing with the secrets again.
It's like a toddler.
I can't help it. But yeah. And yet again, I tried to get everything back in the box once I'd opened it. No way. Absolutely no way that was going back in the box.
I reckon they got a special vacuum box closer.
Yeah. Now I'm supposed to be, I think this says I'm supposed to start on the... See, this is what I love. This is what I love about a crochet pattern. If you're short of a few stitches, no worries, just add them in the next row.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy as well. I find it so much easier to do that with crochet than I would with knitting. Now that's supposed to be the right side.
True.
And I've got to start on my side. I'm going to take one of these out.
Sue's managed to slice a small amount of her finger off by...
So you're a bit accident prone at the moment. I was just going to say, I thought it was her ankle, not her finger. That's what confused me.
Obviously the ankle was doing too good, so she had to keep her body on its toes.
You need those fingers, Sue. That's even worse than hurting your ankle. I'm going to take this one back.
Ruler than normal, and muscle memory carried on, and whoosh, there goes a bit of the finger.
I don't know which was the middle one now. Saying about ruler reminded me. Hang on. Oh, I trashed this place finishing my art squares yesterday. Absolutely trashed it. Look what I treated myself to. Finally, I've never had one of these.
Ooh.
Managed to get a centimetre one. They're a bit harder to find in inches. Yeah.
Yes, I suppose quilting being so popular in America not wanting to even put centimetres on in addition to inches on their stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of, the trouble is, it would have been nice if they'd have put inches as well on this one as well. It just would have been nice to have one with both. But I couldn't find one with both.
Would it?
No. I know it wouldn't be exactly because it's 15 by 30 centimetres, but generally these days I'm working in
works out quite well. I mean,
centimetres.
rulers tend to be 30 centimetres, which is roughly 12 inches.
Yeah.
You know, it's close enough that it would have been fine.
Exactly. Well, I'm taking that row back because I'm supposed to start on the right side now. And if anything, I want this chicken to come out a bit shorter this time. In fact, I'm tempted to take back a couple more rows because if I did, it would only be that bit. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to do that.
You're at the right place to take them out, aren't you?
I'm going to do that because
now would be the time.
Yeah. I don't think I still need that in there, and if I do, it's the centre one, so it's easy to see where the centre is anyway.
You know what's going to happen though? It's going to end up too short. Little stumpy chicken.
It might just be that I stuffed it too much.
Possible, yeah. You
my tension is too
run
loose
out of
or
stuffing.
something. Yeah, I finally used that huge bag of stuffing you gave me, so I'm ready for another one.
Well, there's this website called Amazon where you can buy your own stuff.
Helping you out by freeing up some space in your storage cupboard.
Helping out by stealing my stuff.
Let's stick it up your bum then, I'll get my own.
I've got plenty of stuffing as it is. I'm overstuffed, if anything.
I feel overstuffed at the moment.
It's all the food
there we
going
go.
in the other
now
end.
I'm going to start from there and I'll get a shorter, rounder chicken. Yeah, definitely. It just doesn't... Like, I suppose you, to some extent, you perhaps can do that with knitting if you're more confident, but I do think crochet is more forgiving.
It's also harder to screw up the crochet because you can't suddenly drop a load of stitches.
All in one go. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And if you do drop stitches in knitting, what do you reach for? A crochet hook.
Yes, true.
Crochet comes to the rescue.
Yeah. What did you miss, Carrie? The finger?
Probably the finger, yeah.
Yeah.
Stu didn't miss the finger. That's the problem.
Using a narrow ruler or something, was it?
Too soon.
What?
I said Sue didn't miss the finger. That's the problem.
No, she definitely hit the finger. Okay, I'm going to have a look at... Don't forget, if you're in our Discord, you can share pictures in the live stream. Follow along room. Hang on, I'm going to put a thing here. Is that going to do it?
Probably,
yes, there it is. There's a link.
It is.
So if you're not joined, if you click on that link, it will take you to a thing that will let you join. Which you're very welcome to do, of course.
Jackie's shawl.
I'm just going to go in there now. That's why I was just saying about it.
Yeah.
We need to see pictures, Emily. I'm going to... Oh, man, can't put my first aid training and then... Oh, Sue.
Nice.
It's amazing how you can stay calm in a crisis like that. I cut the tip off my finger once and it was a pretty bad cut. You can still see the scar now and it still tingles. The nerve damage hasn't ever quite gone away.
Yeah.
And I had cut a big chunk off it. And I just, like, you'd think you would scream or shout or something or pass out or something, but it's just like, oh dear. I seem to have cut the end off my finger.
I rather need that.
Could you get me some, whatever I asked for, tea towels, clean tea towels or something to press on it and stop it bleeding? And remember to sort of hold it up, I pressed on it. And I just kind of kept it clean. And because I thought, if I go to the hospital with this, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Glue it down or something? So I just pressed it down. I kept checking it, keeping it clean. There is still quite a big scar there, actually. And stuck the big flap thing down and kept sticking it down with plasters. And then gradually let it kind of out. And it did go back.
It's amazing what the body will heal.
I don't think you can... Oh.
Give it a second. Well.
She's done it by now. Come on. It's not going to do it. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Can you see that funny sort of patch there? That's
a little bit.
Yeah, all of that kind of hinged off. God, it bled. It bled a lot. Afterwards, I felt a bit kind of... But at the time, you just kind of go into some calm zone, don't you? Pulled the flap off so I could... Right. Fainting at the sight of your own blood isn't helpful, is it? But unavoidable if Hey, little sparrow, you made it. Triple Roo, that's a new name to me. Hello. That sounds like a delicious beginnings of a sauce to me. That's probably not what it means at all. Typical me, it's food. Yeah, see the word Roo, got to be food. Or Michelle Roo, one of my heroes. Yeah, well, mine was still attached by a flap. It was like hinged, a small flap to be fair, but I just pressed it down and it healed itself. But I couldn't believe it because that was all off, you know. Amazing.
We should probably change the subject for the people who are a little bit squeamish about blood.
I'm going to go and have a peek at Discord now and see what everybody's been putting in there. Hang on.
Hopefully we haven't lost anyone. Just passed out in front of the stream.
I'm going to go up to where we... Blimey, there's loads of there. This is where we left off last time. Yeah. Here we go. Right. Screwdriver. Something about my nose today. Sniffy noses run in our family.
It's the only thing that runs in our family. Woo.
Yeah. Ooh, a Sophie scarf. Apparently it's a viral pattern, but it's pretty easy.
Looks long and pointy.
We've got an emoji for that, Deb.
We have.
Oh. That the shawl that Catherine did for the giveaway a while back, a couple of months back. Do you remember? She did that shawl out of hand-dyed yarns that she makes herself, and she did that shawl. She did it as the giveaway, and that had like a long point on it like that. I love that colour. It's like faded denim colour yarn. Beautiful.
Yes.
Love it. And I like the crochet squares I can see in the background too. Oh, look at this. Oh, that is so gorgeous, Snoppy, isn't it? I find them very satisfying to do. Oh, that's lovely. Emily S is working on hearts. Hey, we're all enjoying the hearts, aren't we? I was adding up the other day. By the time I've done all the ones I want to do for little videos just to try out different ideas and show me if I'll have nearly made enough. Because I've just got so many ideas. Even if I only do one or two of each idea, I'll still have enough. Loving these colours, Emily. Beautiful. My kind of colours, those. I have to see another shot later in the stream of your progress. Minnie, hello from Somerset, doing collage today. Hello, Minnie. Oh, lovely. So what you collage? That looks like you're using like gardening magazines and things. I've used gardening magazines a lot as a base for collages. Yeah, lovely. Someone was showing some the other day. She was using the Joe Brown catalogue, and I thought, I'm not going to chuck them out next time, because they keep sending them to me just because I bought something once. I can't afford to buy from them these days, but they still send me the catalogues, and I did like what she'd been doing. It gives you a lovely base to then paint into or whatever. And the tissue as well, that's another thing that I always keep for collages too. Yeah. Oh, look, another chicken. Oh, yours looks in much better shape than mine.
It's a bit less long.
Yeah. Why's mine so long? You can see it's got the same.
Did you put it together wrong?
No. You can see it's got the same sections. Funny, isn't it? Maybe I should have stuffed it more, so it'd be more. Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're a Londoner.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, see if I do that with it. I'll show you in a minute. Love the colours of that one too. It's very actually chickeny colours, isn't it? Oh, this looks nice. Oh, I've got the makings of bags. I've got a book about making bags. I've got the bits and pieces that I need to make all kinds of bags, and I've got no end of fabrics, and I really, really want to get around to doing some more. Especially now I've semi-conquered the zip demon. Let's have a look at the other side.
Zip demon.
Yeah. I never get tired.
An image of a demon covered in zips all over it.
Well, that's kind of what it looks like to me. I never get tired of seeing these kind of almost Kawandi style patches with all the canter stitching.
Oh, you can't call it.
Just always love
very
that.
Angry in the comments.
Someone will tell me off for doing it wrong. Can't call that Kawandi. That's I said Kawandi-esque, Kawandi style. Oh, look at this. Yum. So that's a good example of freeform crochet. I think mine, when I used to do it, Jackie, I used to have more bits kind of dangling off and kind of, wavy bits coming off it in all directions and stuff as well. I don't know. I can't remember properly now. Don't know what happened to them.
You're off your nut.
Absolutely love those colours. That's beautiful. I could very much see you wearing that as well, Jackie. Oh, look at that. How cute.
Is it inspired by Bertie?
That's Emily's dog print coaster. Oh, that is fab. Oh. It'd be more fab if it was a cat print.
I mean, cats are definitely better than dogs.
Oh. Oh, look at these. Now, this is Louise, who apparently can't sew. Oops, hang on. Click the wrong button. Louise,
Gonna have to disagree on that.
Absolutely adorable. What? Did you have a pattern for them? How cute are they? I love them. I love the little scarves. Oh, they're really sweet. Really lovely. 5 inches tall. So
only an inch shorter than you.
Oh, how cute. Oh, what a clever lot you are. Because I could actually do something myself now. It's a stencil from Temu, is it? So you just like draw around the stencil. I cut the piece out and then you just added the scarves and things. Well, it's beautiful. Look.
I mean, you say just a stencil. If I had that same stencil, I wouldn't get a result.
Wouldn't necessarily
like that.
get. Yeah, that's the thing. It's all very well saying it's just a stencil. See, if I squash her more like that, she's a better shape, isn't she?
It's still a long lady.
Still quite long. Yeah. It's like she should be more like that.
I think the difference is
you aren't long. You aren't as long as you like.
The top of the middle band has got more stitches in it compared to the bottom.
This bit.
Yeah, on the one that didn't look as long that someone did, that top part was narrower than the bottom part of the same thing. I think that's the difference that's making it seem longer.
Got to have a look now. Maybe she might quite well be following a different pattern.
Possibly.
Hang on, put this the same way round and have a look to see what. Oh, yeah.
I mean, yours still looks like a chicken. I've seen chickens that are that long.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a problem.
But also, mine is flatter. If you look at B's there, hang on, coming back here. B's is quite rounded under here, and mine is quite flat comparatively here.
Yeah, that's why having that band longer at the bottom than it is at the top.
Yeah.
It would round that out.
What, you mean longer that way?
B's belly part is sewn underneath.
Mine is sewn underneath as well.
Mm.
I don't know, maybe I just did something wrong. But she's still cute. She might come out better this
Jackie
time.
wants to know if your chicken would lay rectangular eggs.
You're not funny, big or clever either, Jackie.
She is, though.
Don't have any showing on the chest. Any what showing? The same pattern underneath your belly part. Oh, do you think I've just put this bit too high up then?
Possibly.
So I've made her go out there more than she should do and not under here.
She is a busty lady, isn't she?
She's a bit... Either way, I think yours has worked out a more sort of sensible shape. I think you're right. I think that whole thing should have gone underneath. I've got to look at the making up bit now. Let's go back to here a minute.
Exactly, she looks like a puffed up chicken in the cold.
Yeah. Do you know, when you look at their picture, their belly doesn't start until all that way down, whereas mine starts almost under her chin.
Yeah, that'll be it then.
Yeah, and I remember angsting over where to start putting it. And in the end, when I looked at that picture...
That looks like it's right under the chin.
Yeah.
Evidently, it doesn't matter too much where it goes.
No. I think I will then... I will, though, do that for the next one, because I just think that's a bit... And I'll keep this one myself anyway. I mean, it's just one thing about it is that she will just sit there flat. Like that, which is fine. But this next one is going to be the one for the giveaway, so I'll try and do it properly. Yeah, exactly. They puff themselves up, don't they? That's brilliant to use a glue stick. What's Carrie used a glue stick for?
To stick a zip in place while you're sewing it, rather than pinning.
Oh, yes. Save all those pins getting in your way on top of everything else you're dealing with when you're using zips.
Yeah, I've just got some of that tape stuff.
I did for a second think we were talking about fingers still.
I mean,
I'll just use
not
a
sure a glue stick would be the best option there.
It might work.
Super glue potentially has medical applications.
Yes, they do. They do use basically super glue. Yeah.
That does not mean that people at home should use super glue. Just
well, no, but
not all of it is medical grade.
No, I suppose. But yeah.
If you've got no other choice.
If you've got no other choice, or you don't want to wait 12 hours in a corridor at a hospital, and you think it's just a little cut, I'll just glue it together.
Let's not risk making Jackie pass out again.
Sorry, Jackie. Wait, Carrie. She's a Cornish game hen. The emphasis on game. She's game for anything. That's a good idea, the wash away quilting tape. Snoppy is definitely a zip expert, or an expert on making lovely bags. I've got a lovely Snoppy bag. Right, I'm going to actually do something now.
The Hobbit stole them all from me.
You gave them to me. I do not go around there and steal his stuff. I've
got nothing left. She just steals all the things. He's excited about trying out a new craft, and he says, "Oh, I haven't got any of that. I'm taking that."
Yeah, but sometimes you're excited to try a new craft, then you say, "Yeah, that was easy. I'm never going to do it again." So I might as well relieve you of it. Well,
I mean, it usually is quite easy, to be fair, like zips.
Right, let's actually do something here. So now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have taken those extra stripes away. No, it's fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Where did I get to? Oh, not that far.
That is excellent, Jackie. Yeah. He's cut his hand and he has to look after you. Perfect.
Oh, dear.
Yes,
I'll make us some eggs for Easter.
I'm sure you could crochet an egg.
I'm sure amigurumi egg patterns must exist. Oh, I could do with a little chick.
You don't need a pattern for that.
I could do one with a little chick.
Yeah, a little Easter chick.
Yes.
You could felt the chick and crochet the egg.
Super glued his feet together. Oh, bless.
It's quite funny, to be fair.
Yeah.
How did you manage to super glue them together?
We're probably sitting there like this, waiting for them to dry.
I mean, super gluing yourself to the floor by mistake, sure. But the together.
Well, I think I'm on this bit. I left myself an arrow last night so I wouldn't forget.
Yeah, see, exactly, Carrie. To the floor is what I would have expected. That's where I thought that story was going.
Well, I've got to count for a minute now.
Oh, don't worry, guys. She'll get there eventually. She can count to at least 15. I've seen her do it with some success.
Oh. Talk about yourself.
Just don't talk too loud or she'll lose count and have to start again. 25, 16, 8. Oh dear. I'm helping,
I have
guys.
to get it under my nose. That's better.
Oh, now the people at home can't see what you're doing.
Just want to count. Shut up. 18.
I did say I'd be here to cause general
20.
Whatever it was I said.
1, 2.
Excellent plan, Emily.
4.
Ooh, I think I just had a delivery come through my letterbox. I'll be right back.
7. 28. Nearly there. 29. Oh, God. 30. 31. 32. 33 there. Phew, right, I can relax now. Oh, yeah. I just think it'd be a nice present for anyone, Emily. I've had a couple of people on the YouTube channel ask me if I sell them. You can't sell them. The pattern says you can't sell them, but a lovely thing to do as a gift. Ellen's doing them for charity, so that's fine. Yeah. Done finger trying to do false nails. You've done finger trying to do that. Don't make sense.
Fingers together.
Oh right. Oh. You played the new Tom, have you played the new updated Minecraft?
I have no idea. I've played various versions of Minecraft. I don't know if there's been a new thing very recently. If so, then no.
How new is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
yesterday then. Definitely not.
28, 29, 30,
I tend not to keep up with
33,
vanilla Minecraft. I play with big mod packs that make it far more exciting.
Vanilla?
Yeah, that's what you call the game when it's unmodified.
Oh, right. So it's just like plain, kind of.
Yeah.
Right. I've done 33. This is the kind of thing in the pattern. So I chained, they said to chain at the beginning of that one. Single crochet 33, slip stitch in the next one, turn, don't stitch into that slip stitch that you've done, skip that one. So it's those kind of little details, as long as you actually do follow them all. And then sometimes I was finding as well, a couple of times, not doing very well the focusing today, come on. I found that I was seeing chain 1, single crochet 30, slip stitch, and I was forgetting to do this 30 pack and go back the other way and think, it's just like, that's not a good example, but you know.
Yeah, you've got to actually read the pattern and not just trust that you know what's going to happen.
There are lots of little details where they'll say, like, this time you go into the slip stitch, this time you don't, you know, that sort of thing.
I'm sure
but
once you've
done
a few of them, it kind of becomes a lot easier to just do.
And I didn't find any actual typos or anything. Obviously, the only bit for me is the putting together of it, where it's quite hard it might be more helpful if they told you how many inches down to put the belly, or if they said most of it goes underneath or something. That's probably my mistake, though. They do call it a belly, so why did I think it had to be all up the chest? That's just me, innit?
I mean, yeah. Crochet patterns give you chest pains. I think you're holding them wrong, Jackie.
That's why you like freeform, innit? Make it up as you go along, which with crochet is relatively easy to do, I think. Even if you want to like crochet a garment or something, you can just kind of crochet it till it's as long as you need, and if you need a bit more, you can add a bit more on later and stuff. No, I don't think it does, Kerry. I think it just says, let me have a look on it. I can see why I did what I did. If you read this, stitch the tail sections together, single crochet the first half of the underbelly on the right side, starting at the top of the chest and down either side.
I mean, that does sound like what you did.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And then single crochet the second half of the underbelly on the right side, starting 1 inch in from the tail. And I can remember that did confuse me at the time, because look, if you call that the beginning of the tail, that's a lot more than an inch. So maybe I just should have stretched this further.
I think maybe you should not worry about it. It looks fine.
Yeah, I know, but I've got the chance to do it again now, haven't I? So
True. And yes, with new items in Minecraft, it's always worth going into chunks that haven't yet generated, because previously generated ones won't be updated to have the new stuff.
Yeah.
So if it's an item that's going to appear in a chest that's already there and hasn't been opened, then you might be lucky. But for the most part, yeah. Another way you said as if you...
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I find that too.
It just sounded like something that should be said to, because actually while I was listening to you, I was reading what someone else was saying. You watched it in their video as well and still didn't get it. Did they show the stuff in the video? Because I only watched their video about the tail, making the tail bit, which was really useful, I felt. But yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say how many rows down. Yeah, but overall, I still think it's a good pattern, in my opinion. But each to his or her own. I don't want to tell you it's good and then you don't like it.
Use it at your own risk. And talking of Minecraft, if anyone thinks it would be worth us having an arty-farty Minecraft server, I could definitely set that up.
Ah, so you could all go in there and Minecraft together?
You could even get the Hobbit a Minecraft account and you could watch her trying to move and look around at the same time.
I'd spend my whole time shuffling along a wall or something. That's what I usually do with anything like that. What's everyone having for dinner? We got leftovers, which is good because I'm absolutely shattered today. I didn't get much sleep.
Yeah. I've got something, probably.
I'm trying to be back on my diet.
So
I'm trying to be back on my diet again now. So like leftovers we're having tonight, it was a kind of veggie chili thing that we had. Kind of chili, but I didn't have kidney beans, so we had chickpeas in instead. It was really nice. So tonight I'm just gonna reheat that, do some more roasted veg to go with it probably. And John will get pasta or rice or something with it. But I'm going to do like either cauliflower rice, because I've got some in the freezer, or courgette, as I call it. You know, zucchini noodles. Yeah, homemade curry. Nice. What kind of curry, Louise? I only saw part 1, B. Oh, that must be annoying, Jackie. Oh, I know how annoying it was with my cardie that I made. I ended up doing it, more or less did the whole thing 3 times in bits. But that was my own fault. I just kept losing track. Crispy chicken and couscous. Nice butter chicken. Beans. Yum. I've been craving just plain old baked beans, tin baked beans. Don't know why.
Gross.
Trouble is, I've been craving them with buttered toast, which is like, the beans would be right for the diet, not the buttered toast. I haven't even got butter in the house anymore because I can't eat it now. Tea will be homemade soup and posh bread that I picked up from a local community outlet. Or gives away surplus bread from Sainsbury's and Waitrose. Nice. Waitrose sourdough. Yum.
Nice.
Dribbling again. Zucchini noodles. Oh, do they? I was wondering about that. So how do you cook them in the air fryer, Emily? Because I have kind of stir-fried them in my kind of saute pan that I've got. No, I definitely haven't. So do you just like toss them in a little bit of oil and throw them in the drawer, or what? Yeah, buttered toast and beans. Sometimes with a poached egg, or with a grating of cheese. But yeah, just beans on toast. Can't go wrong. Just put them in there. Do you just put them in as they are? Do you toss them in any oil or anything? Yeah, it's delicious. I did get on to doing that Too Good To Go thing after Jackie mentioned it on here one time, that app you can get. I don't know if is it worldwide or is it just UK? No, I think it's worldwide, isn't it? Didn't it start in Denmark or something? And basically you get the app on your phone and then you can look to see what outlets near you are getting rid of their just about to go out of date produce and stuff. And you can like pay £3 for a bag of groceries and you get what you get. Spray, not pray. Pray them a bit. You could try praying them a bit though. Yeah, give them some of that spray oil. Yeah.
Yeah, go over there. Fried Brussels sprouts, very nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. We love those. Yum. Hi Tori, I miss Tori. I can see someone saying hello to Tori, but I didn't see her. I didn't see her come in. There she is, farting in the corner.
Very
there.
close.
Oh, you have it in Canada, Sharon. Yeah, I found that there aren't that many, because I'm out of the city, there aren't that many places near me, and the only place that does the kind of thing that near me, that because I don't really want, there's a couple of takeaway things, or like pubs that do carveries that you can go and pick up, so that might be worth trying actually. But they're all kind of pick up at 9:30 at night, and this time of the year they're not places I want to walk to by myself in the dark, so
yeah,
maybe in the summer months I'll start trying it again.
Yeah, it was quite a long walk to that one that we went to, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. On a summer's evening, I don't mind doing it. And I did enjoy the surprise of, let's see what's in the bag for £3 or whatever it was. The baked goods one I wouldn't get again because it's just a whole lot of, well, obviously, cakes and stuff that I shouldn't be eating anyway. But yeah, I did, however, discover that you can make a really delicious bread and butter pudding with stale donuts.
Nice.
Oh, you can only use Carrie, you can only use the special emojis if you are a member though. What am I talking about? Yeah. She is a member. Just click on the emoji button. They should come up. They should be in the first line for you.
Face in the chat line there should show you all the.
See the little box you put your chat in. There's a little smiley face. Click on that. It should come up for you. They should be the first. Couple of people have had a problem. From time to time, they've seem to have suddenly lost the emojis, but then they've just come back again. So I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I mean, they're not showing up for me at the moment. I can't use them anyway, but normally they show up there with a little padlock thing trying to encourage me to join.
Yeah, that's right. They're there, but there shouldn't be a padlock. There you go. And we've got the new one that we did. Well, I say Tom did at the weekend. The Tom one is basically Tom's face with easy on it. It's basically smug Tom.
See, the thing about making emojis, Tom. It's very easy.
Yeah. The trouble is, I think we need to doctor that one and put some colour around it.
A bit of a white outline around it as well.
Yeah.
So it won't look any different on the
See you later, Emily.
Background.
Enjoy your walk. I do love pancakes.
Tell Bertie I said he's a yappy little so-and-so.
Now, those are meant to be waffles, not pancakes, Carrie, although They kind of work as pancakes, don't they?
Yeah, well, not our pancakes. Pancakes here are very flat.
We did them at a time when I'd been accused of waffling too much.
Oh, I can't imagine anyone accusing you of that.
I know, it's hard to imagine.
Mm.
Do you think I'm going to get this done in time for the giveaway?
Yeah. You don't have anything else to do, right?
I had a right panic this morning. So, who was it got in touch? It was Sharon. It was Sharon who's just popped in now. Sharon contacted me to say she'd got a bracelet from previous giveaway, and said, did I still want to swap hearts? So I went to check that she was on my list and thought, where the hell's my list gone? Looked at, because I knew I'd kept it electronically and I put everything on Trello, and I thought, well, why the hell is it? Where's it gone? And I just, after spending about a good half hour, 40 minutes going through all our messages, old emails, checking everywhere I could think, Facebook Messenger, to try and put the list together again, and still feeling like I was a few short, I then realised all I had to do was scroll to the left a bit. And there it was. I've just got so many boards on that Trello, so many lists on that particular Trello board now that they go off to the side. So yeah, what an idiot.
Waffles with English maple syrup. I didn't know English maple syrup was a thing.
Yeah, I thought.
Do we have many maple trees?
American maple syrup isn't sweet enough. Isn't it?
I thought Canadian maple syrup was the good
Isn't
stuff.
it Canadian? Yeah, that's supposed to be the best, isn't it? Maybe it's because English maple syrup is actually not maple syrup. Maybe it's just flavoured.
Probably.
Flavoured golden syrup or something, and that's why it's sweeter. I'm sure we don't have. Maybe we do.
Actual maple syrup is very expensive for good reason. Like, the amount of sap that they have to boil down to get a tiny little amount of syrup is absurd.
I don't know if I've ever tried genuine maple syrup, actually.
I have. It's all right. It's not worth the money.
Keir. Signs for Keir on my trip out today. Why are we talking about Keir? What have I missed? I'm so snouty. I hate the thought that I've missed something. Waffle party. A watch and waffle party. We could definitely do a watch and waffle, couldn't we? Somebody else was talking about Severance the other day. Who was talking about Severance? Was it? It might have been Tori. Yes, she's just saying yes, Carrie. Tom, you gone ever so quiet? You still there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just about to have a panic attack because I couldn't hear you.
I was just looking up English maple syrup.
Oh, it's from Severance. Yeah.
And yeah, there's very few maple trees because they're not native to the UK. So
yeah, not enough that
if
they
there are
would
any,
be
it's because they've been
harvesting it.
imported. So any English maple syrup would be very expensive, or not maple syrup.
Yeah.
Mm.
It might be flavoured, flavoured syrup to taste like. Because I think that's all I've had is flavoured maple flavour syrup rather than actual. I would probably like the genuine one if it's not so sweet, because I tend to not like things quite so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's not as ridiculously sweet.
Excuse me, sniffing. I've got something's irritating my nose like crazy today. I'm just going to mute myself while I blow my nose.
Yeah, donuts don't need to be as sweet as they are either. Yeah, you do have to leave. You have to add an awful lot of sap though, don't you, Emily? Like, vast amounts of it to make just one bottle of maple syrup. It's because it's mostly water.
That's better. maybe I've got a touch of. I don't think I have hay fever, but maybe I'm reacting to something if it's hay fever season.
Maybe you're allergic to long chicken.
Yeah. As always, my stomach is now rumbling from all the talk about food.
Yeah.
I've often thought it's amazing, isn't it, how human beings ever discovered that you could do that kind of thing, just get the sap out of a tree and boil it down. One of the ones that amazes me the most is, I think is it cassava root, which is poisonous if it's not treated the way they treat it. And what they used to do was kind of bash it and stuff to break it down, and then put it in a bag and leave it in the running water of a river or something, and eventually the toxins or whatever are washed out of it, and they can then dry it and turn it into a...
Starvation is a strong
starchy
motivator.
Yeah. But how on earth did they discover that this thing that made them ill or killed them if they ate it, they could do all that to it and then it would be okay? You know.
Yeah, it's things that worry me more. Things like bread and cheese.
All the yeast things and the fermented things.
Yeah. It's like, bread which doesn't rise, fair enough, that makes sense. But then who started using yeast? What were they thinking?
Yeah. It smells nice,
the first person who ate this really gone off solid milk, how hungry must they have been? It's like, well, I'm not wasting it.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? And how many people got really ill because it was the wrong kind of gone off?
Yeah.
My mum used to, if milk went sour, she never threw it away. She turned it into cheese and stuff. We've all got cast iron stomachs.
Yeah. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. That's a new name to me. Hey, Shorts, we were just talking about you earlier.
We were just talking about you, yeah.
We were, I've lost it now. We were showing mini shorts. Got to get it to focus again now.
Oh yeah, all bad things. Well, we said you like trains and we said you're Swedish, so if those are bad things, then...
And we said that you can be spotted in the Discord community.
Yeah. Yeah, first person to try tomato, that makes sense. Tomatoes, they're just a fruit. The plant wants you to eat it, so it looks appetising.
Yeah, but some
it wants another animal to eat it, not humans necessarily.
Some berries that look appetising aren't good for you, though.
But they're not poisonous to the animal that they are designed to coexist with.
Yeah.
Where is the man talking in the back? I assume that's me. I am in another house, joining remotely.
Yeah, I think you would have missed this earlier on. I'm going to get him out again because there's a few new people in here now. Hang on, I'm going to do this. This is the stand-in. But I just put my hand up as Jaxie. A minute. This is why I was trying to operate one-handed before we went live. This is stand-in, Tom. Hello. And he looks pretty much like this. He normally does annoying stuff like patting me on the head all the time.
I do, yeah.
And this is a puppet we actually made. This is a puppet we made. What, a couple of years ago now? 2-3 years ago? Don't know. So he looks a bit like this, and he usually sits here for the big lives on the Saturday night ones that we do once a month, first Saturday in a month. That's when we have all the giveaways and things. But on these Wednesday ones, Tom's over at his house and he just joins me remotely. We're actually connected. I'm streaming to Tom on Discord. So another thing you won't know if you're new is if you I'm going to type that in again now. If you want to show us what you're working in, you're in our Discord community. A link should come up any second. There we go. That'll take you to our Discord community and it'll either invite you to join. It's all free. or if you are already a member, it will take you to the live stream follow along room, and you can post things in there. Is it worth having another look now? Has anybody put anything new in there? Let's have a look.
We learned to make puppets from a channel I just pasted a link to in the chat.
Adam Krutinger.
Puppet Nerd.
Is an amazing man, very passionate about what he does, very generous about sharing his tutorials and patterns and things.
Yeah, I believe he's got paid patterns as well, but he's got a lot of free stuff.
Gives so much of himself, you know, and I know he became very ill, and I feel quite bad actually that I haven't thought to check in and see if there's any news about him for ages.
Yeah, I mean, there was a video from about a year ago with the results of the biopsy. There's been a few since then, but not vast numbers. But then his videos would take a long time to make, so...
Yeah. I'm hoping that he'll keep the channel going, and you know, because it's all kind of support for his family as well, isn't it? And I think it helped, you know, morale wise as well.
And no, Schultz is not from the monthly craft box. He's from Sweden.
Yeah.
So he came flat packed.
So the finger puppet one that we just showed, that is, I'm showing it now, and yeah, not there, hang on, that is we just made him up. He's just a finger puppet, and this is PP's mate. You've seen PP in the Discord as well. We call him PP's private pooler, and he's lost his drumsticks. He did have drumsticks.
Yeah,
I've never seen PP without his orange headphones on, so that's why he's got those. And
yes, I think he even had them on when we had him on stream the other month, didn't he?
Yes, yeah. And Schultz has got all those little accessories because he's a train fan, a railway buff. So we gave him a whistle and a flag. They're just very...
We could have given him like a soldering iron and stuff, because, you know...
Yes, because that would be more reflect what he does. Yeah.
Although I found out sometime at the end of last year that I've got more oscilloscopes than Schultz has got.
Really? You've always got too many gadgets, though.
Well, yeah.
3 3D printers. Well, 2.5.
Well.
2 in bits.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a Discord peek now. So this is for anybody that's new. This is our free Discord community, and so we've already looked at all these. Let's have a quick whiz through for anybody that missed it. All these lovely things people are making while we're chatting. What a clever lot. That's the last thing I looked at, was those amazing teddies from Louise.
All the ones that are just a stencil. Just a stencil.
Yeah, look at this.
Nonsense.
Love that. Who's this? This is Deb. Oh, I love these. I do love me a crochet square. And are they all, is each one different? No, I can see a couple of repeats, but there's a lot of different ones. That's the thing, you can't get bored, can you? Because you can use all different stitches. Look at this bobbly one. You can use all different stitches and mix the colours, and that's the stencil. I never would have thought of doing that, of using that to do that with, Louise. That is ingenious.
Oh, Cheryl just looked up Adam Krutinger. Apparently he died last month.
Oh no. Oh, that set me now. A minute. Yeah.
He was far too young for that.
Oh, bless him. God, that's
apparently
awful.
He had brain cancer.
Yeah. I knew that. I didn't want to go on about that just now because I just thought it might upset somebody, but oh, sorry, I've got a bit funny now. Hang on a minute.
She's gone.
I'm going to do a bit of crochet in a minute.
It's
awful. It's not like I knew him personally or anything. He's just such a lovely person. Yeah. I hope they keep the YouTube channel going. Just like, I'm sure they will, because he's just, it's him, and he was so full of enthusiasm and energy with what he did, and then to see him how he became when he was ill. But one of the things about it was that he, all the way through, well, up to the last time I looked, he stayed so positive, and so there wasn't an ounce of self-pity. Yeah. Even when he was going through horrible treatment and stuff, he was amazing. Hats off to him, and I feel for his family, because you know, even when he was doing those more difficult videos, you could hear his kids in the background and stuff. And yeah. Oh, that's a shame. We need to talk about something else now because I'm going to go. Yeah. Well,
yeah, definitely check out
if
his channel.
anybody's interested, check out his channel and leave some support because, hey, little sparrow! So we found out last month that members can do this. Not last month, last week. Members can do this, but it only lets you do that once a month, which seems a bit odd, doesn't it? You think they'd let you do it at least once every live or
does
something?
similar. It lets you do a highlighted message when your membership is renewed each month.
Oh, right.
So I guess it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, see, because you do feel like you get... I mean, I feel like I get to know people through doing this. And, yeah, you know, some people in this community we've actually met up with in person, and I'm sure there are more people that we will eventually meet up with, but most of the people I connect with through here, I never will meet in person. That doesn't mean you don't feel like a real connection with them. I think especially for us because we interact more. Obviously, I never actually interacted with Adam Createnger, you know. He had to, I mean, it's a massive channel, and deservedly so. And, you know, he worked very hard at what he did. And he was just so generous with it, and just always so upbeat, even through the difficult times. I was just like, oh, yeah. I'm gutted for him. We need to talk about something else, sorry.
So, my new SSD to put in the laptop has arrived.
Has it?
Yeah, it's... obviously, I had to go with a 2242 size one. The 2280 won't fit. I mean, I've got a 2281 in the slot made for discs in the laptop already. This will go in the WWAN slot, which isn't meant to have a disc in it, but it's still the right type of port, still a PCI Express thing.
I'm going
so
back
it'll technically work anyway.
Going back to Discord now because I didn't finish looking through. I think that is so clever, and I'm now going to look at other stencils that I've got. I never would have thought of doing that. Clever girl. Oh, upcycled denim. Love upcycled denim, and I can see a heart there. That is a lovely idea for a swap heart too. Love these. Yeah. I've got loads of old jeans and stuff that I've kept because I can't bear to throw them away, because you can do this kind of thing. Brilliant. Love them. Prepping for brownies. I can tell what you're going to be doing, Sue. Do you ever, Sue, run out of ideas? Do you ever find yourself thinking, oh God, I've got brownies tonight and I can't think what to do? They're very lucky having someone like you.
Just throw the brownies in the oven.
Bracelet for a student.
See you, Shorts. Good luck with the
Shorts.
mixer.
Thanks for popping in. Nice to see you. To see you nice. But I've always got you in my craft room. Very pretty colours there, Jenny. I can't pronounce this. I've got a new colour in him. Hang on, I'll have to come back. Oh, that's what Sue's doing with the brownies. Hearts and hearts and hearts. Mm-hmm. I've never tried actually doing that. I've got some of those beads because I bought them thinking they'd be good. I was using them for something else, but I've never actually tried using them as they're intended to be used. They're probably quite fun, aren't they? Yay, you got into a new colour. Is that because the temperature's now finally warming up a bit here, Tori? Do love that colour as well. They're done! They're done!
You finally finished them away.
Yay! And they've all got eyes and everything. Who is the cross one on the end? What's she called again? What's the cross-looking one called, Tom?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, I
think it's Buttercup.
Yeah, that's it, Buttercup. I know you said last time. I love those. Oh, look at this. Oh, love that. I do love when you just get a complete kind of hodgepodge of colours, whatever colours come up, you know, and they just all work, don't they? That's beautiful. It's quite a size, isn't it? That's like... That's more than kind of lap quilt size, isn't it? More than sort of cot quilt size, but not quite single bed size. I'm going to start another Kawandi this year. That's not what we want.
She's done it wrong.
Done it wrong. Yeah, I'm going to start a new Kawandi this
year.
You
do need to look at the joke that Short's put in the chat, by the way.
Oh, hang on. I'm a bit behind, am I?
You're a bit ahead, but yeah.
Oh, I'm so hungry. My stomach's rumbling. Put the kitchen mixer back together. What?
That part's not the joke.
No, I know, but I'm just pondering on that. I suppose he's safe with it, given his.
If anyone's going to be, yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave you this. What do you call an escaped psychic prisoner with dwarfism? A small, medium, at large.
See, I would have tailored the joke to be about you instead, but yeah.
Yes, of course you would. Yeah. Well, Granny Sue's gone off because granddaughter's arriving.
Yeah.
I'll be burning. Yes, you will be burning. Sue, I don't think you should do anything that's possibly prone to accident at the moment. I think you should put yourself in a bubble or something. Not run out of ideas yet in 8 years. Wow, you're doing well. And they seem to love it, don't they? You remember they made all those little notebooks, Tom, when we went up there?
Yeah.
I would enjoy doing something like that, as long as it was a group that wanted to do it.
Well, perhaps you should join their group.
If I lived near Sue, I'd definitely go and join in if she wanted me to. Emma's saying she just sorted through half a carry bag of IKEA furniture fittings for 2 cabinets. Ugh, still missing 40 dowels and lots of things you don't know the name for. Haven't you got the instructions then? Oh, my nose is really driving me nuts. Maybe I am reacting to something.
Yeah, maybe.
About 60 by 80 inches. Blimey, that is a fair size. Oh, you'll enjoy that. Yeah. Jackie went to a Kawandi class. Must have been up somewhere up Leeds Way, was it? I can't remember now. I'd love to have gone.
Sneaky Susie sneaking in.
Susie Q. Nice to see you. I have, but don't know what to ask for out of Warrior. That's not making sense to me. You have. That must be I said I hadn't got a manual or anything.
Yeah. Ironmongers.
Oh, Ironmongers. Okay. Are they at Scoria?
Of course.
Warrior of Scoria.
Yeah.
Right, I think about half an hour ago I was going to single crochet 30 stitches. 1.
Oh dear.
Can you hear my tummy rumbling, Tom? Hope not.
I can't. I don't know if they can. Because they have different noise cancelling to me.
Yeah. 8, 9.
Yeah, the one Jackie went to was in Huddersfield. With the wonderful Chris English.
Dear. Is that the guy who has been on with Kate from the last Homely House? I've lost my count now.
The French guy.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah.
I think it might be.
Can you imagine a French guy called Chris English? He'd hate himself so much.
Oh no, something flitted through my head. Then it's because I'm trying to count, speak, and read chat at the same time. It's really not.
She can't even do one of those things.
I can't even do one of those things. So
Apparently what you need is waffles and cake, according to Snoppy.
Oh, I really do. I'm a bit carb deprived today.
I've got some waffles here, if that helps.
No, it doesn't, thank you.
I don't think it would.
You got more
That's
waffle
what I
than
said.
Sainsbury's.
Got
They
all
would have to
kinds
say
of
more
delicious
waffle than
junk food.
Sainsbury's now, wouldn't they? Because I don't think they sell a lot of rabbit.
No, don't think they do anymore.
4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10,
I have had
11,
rabbit
12,
from Sainsbury's,
14, 15, 16,
but it was quite a few years ago.
7, 28, 29, one more.
Karen's got to go nap. Well,
Carrie, let me know if are we still doing the art swap?
I think she was asking you about that earlier in the stream.
Was she?
Yeah.
I've got one ready to send to you if you want. Message me in
Probably
Discord.
answers her question.
Yeah. There's someone else I saw in here just now. I thought, oh, I could ask her if who was it? Who was it? Gone now. Oh, is it the heart swap? It's a heart swap. I'm going to write that down. It's the heart swap. Okay, I'm just going to... Because I think when I thought I'd lost my list earlier on, I thought, I know we said something. I know Carrie and I said something. I can't remember what. Then I found the list. Oh, okay. So it's the heart swap. I put Carrie in a heart shape. Later on, I'm going to think, why the hell have I done that?
Yeah, it's a mixed media.
Yeah, mixed media, whatever. Anything goes. It doesn't have to be
don't
mixed
send
media.
like a real cow's heart or something. That would be gross.
But, you know, it could be crochet if you wanted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, anything you can legally send through the post.
Like Tori was saying on her video the other day, she was showing how to do these gorgeous, she was doing these gorgeous felted hearts on her video, and she said you could send her a heart-shaped cake if you wanted. And then she said she was joking, but I don't know.
People are always welcome to send me cakes of any shape.
Yeah. Crashing. Underweb and Sully. Ooh. There's so much expertise in this group. I watched a video on YouTube last night while I was getting dinner, and it was a YouTuber I've not watched before, so I can't remember her name now, but she basically is a journalist for like sewing magazines and stuff, and she had a visit with the Royal School in Needlework, and then that went straight onto another one who also had a visit with the Royal School in Needlework, and they did a tour and stuff. I thought, oh, I'd love to go to that. I'd love to go there and visit. They're at Hampton Court Palace, which I didn't even know before. Marion's World. Oh, I have watched her a couple of times. One of the ones I saw, Susie, the second one, it was the lady who remakes historical costumes, like using the traditional methods. Hi, Julie. That's a new name to me.
Hi, Gary. Good luck with the
Snobby, you did send.
doctor thing.
You did send cake.
You did, yes.
Yeah, the best kind of cake for him. Sleep well, Carrie. See you soon.
Yeah, cake that didn't affect my blood sugar in the slightest.
Yes. Best kind of cake for you.
It was, what's the correct? It was undelicious.
It looked delicious, though. Basically, in case anybody's wondering what on earth we're going on about, Snoppy made a cake. Tom said, oh, send me a piece. So she took a photo of it, printed it off and sent it to him in an envelope. I forgot what kind of cake it was now, but I don't think it mattered really, did it?
It was a paper cake.
Was it a carrot cake, maybe, I'm thinking?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
Sure, it did taste lovely, yeah.
Yeah. In case anybody...
I ate that paper hat, but that was rice paper and it was vanilla flavoured.
And you still choked on it a little bit. In case anybody's wondering what I'm doing, that recently arrived, I'm doing another one of these and hoping to get her a bit less long this time. Emotional support chicken for cuddling. So if I get the second one done, that will be in the giveaway. On the 5th of April, the Arty Farty Party Saturday night one. say Saturday night UK time. With some lovely giveaways. Got my Easter bunnies, hopefully Easter chicken. We've got a beautiful hand knitted shawl from Stitch Kit, which is really kind of them. We've got a quilt kit from Renee in the States. We've got a couple of other things to give. So some nice things to give away. Yeah. Oh, I'm losing my thread. It's impossible to do this and
your thread it's attached to your thing there.
Right.
Can't lose it.
And I've just got to... I'll be okay now because all I've got to do now is stitch all along back to the beginning again. So I think I can cope with that because I haven't got a count. Oh,
looks like a crochet bra to Emma, apparently.
How many boobs have you got, Emma?
I was going to say, I think you might have been tricked there.
Yeah, I think you might have... I think you need to go see someone. You can imagine it being a little top with like a undulating bottom.
Maybe.
Oh, I was going to say, before I forget to do it, I'm going to say my thank you to my members. Before I forget to do it, because I always do. So these are our channel members, and I just like to say every time, I like to say big thank you. They've all come up in a second. I think we maybe need to speed that up a bit, don't we? Or make the gap shorter. So we got 41 now. Oh, I updated that list and it hasn't updated on here.
And you must have done it wrong.
Oh. So Mrs. Buzz and B. Henderson are new and should be at the top of that list. But that's okay because now they've got a special shout out. So we'd just like to say thank you every time to the people who choose to support us like this. It's really hugely appreciated, and I hope they're enjoying all the little perkies and things. We're coming up with new ones all the time. It takes ages. I've got to waffle on for ages while this goes up now because there's just like so many to scroll up. Well, we watched one person's, didn't we, where they'd got like, was it Charlotte Dobré or someone? She'd got like 1 million channel members or something, and it scrolled up so fast you might as well have not bothered. I just thought, well, that's a bit insulting. You've got to make it so people can read it. Yeah. So thank you to all of you guys. We really, really appreciate it. At the same time, thank you to everybody who chooses to support us just by watching, joining these lives, and commenting.
Yeah, just being here and chatting is a big help.
Giving thumbs up. and just generally being part of the community and stuff. It's like, we've just gone into 11,000 subscribers now. Subscribing is still free, so that's 11,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. It's still a pinch myself thing. And I think, like, a couple of years ago, less than a couple of years ago, I was just so excited to hit the first 1,000. I couldn't believe that. And yeah. Yeah. But I think the main thing about it all is the way the community's just grown, isn't it? It's just, that really has been quite something, and I can't imagine it not being part of my life now.
Yeah, it's
it sounds like a corny thing to say, but
it's sort of grown like this, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, some people obviously they'll do one viral video and they grow to millions overnight.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really count. They just got lucky. With this, actually sort of building a relationship with friends rather than just people watched because YouTube told them to. We've
all got, something in common. But then, there's lots of people like Shorts, who was there just now. He doesn't do anything crafty, but he's still part of our community, isn't he? You know? And like in the Discord community, for people that haven't tried that yet, there's all sorts of other interests in there apart from the crafts and arts and things. There's food and music and games and you can always you can voice chat. You don't have to be voice chat. With us, you can have a private voice chat anytime you like, and it don't cost anything. None of it costs anything.
You can always feel free to share any creative stuff or whatever you do, even if it's not sort of stitching and drawing and stuff.
Yeah.
Shorts, for example, I believe makes music now and then. Yeah.
And there's generally a room for everything, and if there isn't, stick it in the general chat, really.
Yeah. We got gaming stuff. We have a specific Minecraft channel even for those who do like Minecraft. What's
the difference between when you were saying earlier on about having a Minecraft server then? That would be a whole separate thing. It wouldn't be the Arty-Farty community. It would be a separate...
It's not related to the Discord as such. It's a server that runs the game.
Oh, I see.
So it's somewhere where there'd be a shared world that everyone...
Well, it might be quite fun to do that then.
Yeah.
We played a little bit more of A Little to the Left the other day, didn't we?
Well, we played 100% more of it and we completed it.
We finished it. I was a bit gutted to finish it, really.
Yeah. She finished it all on her own, though, guys.
I didn't.
I was very proud.
Yeah. Exactly, Susie. That's what's important, because otherwise it don't mean anything and they're not like to come back, are they? Anyway,
Yeah.
It genuinely makes my day when I get a comment on a video saying that someone's felt inspired to do something, or they've enjoyed watching and feel feel like I'm in the craft room with them and
sitting there with us in the background.
I think that's what a lot of us do, because otherwise you wouldn't have time to watch everything and do anything, would you? So
quite.
Thank you, Carol. Hit the thumbs up. The 1K party, when was that? It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Was that the one where we had Chris from Box on? Was that one?
It might be, yeah.
And we had one where we had lots of the people that I know on YouTube, so like Tori and Susie are probably amongst them. I can't remember now. Was it all the Inspired By group people? I can't remember. God, that's a while ago now. I need to look that up.
We had a Discord before Scrawlerbox.
We did, yeah. I remember saying to them, you should do Scrawlerbox. It works. Do Scrawlerbox. You should do Discord. It's a really lovely place. It's an interactive community, I think, in the way that Facebook never can be.
Yeah.
Susie Q and Tori and any other YouTubers in here, by the way, FrizzyBee, should all be in the description box, all linked in the description box, by the way. In case anybody's curious, go and check them out. Yeah. Johnny just went like kind of, didn't he?
Yeah, forgot how to talk.
Yeah. He's so chatty normally. He's like...
Yeah.
I think he's
So what do you like to do, Johnny?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, Johnny.
I like killing zombies. Yeah. It's so lovely to talk to us. I think at that point, though, he'd not tried talking to the camera before, so it's a bit kind of rabbit in the headlights a little bit.
It is a bit overwhelming at first.
Yeah, I don't find it so. I absolutely loathe having my photo taken, but for some reason I don't mind doing this. I don't feel weird about this at all.
One of the first things she does when she comes over to visit is watch her own channel on my TV.
I do check out, because usually I come into yours on Friday and that's when a video's gone out, and I think I ought to check it.
It's because she looks bigger on my TV than she does in real life.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it better on it. It's nice to see what quality it looks, especially with the new camera and stuff, on your fancy telly. Yeah. Yeah. I think so many of us have found each other through each other's channels and stuff. We kind of all... It just feels like everybody knows each other. And it's just, I know we've said it before, but it's just such a good-natured group of people. We just get... I know we get some occasionally, but we get just so little argy-bargy or all that stuff you get in other groups sometimes.
Yeah, it's mostly low drama, isn't it? Just everyone gets on and it's all good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about, just growing naturally rather than being lucky and getting a whole load of things all at once.
Yeah.
It's all people who want to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. And people who don't mind the waffle.
Well, yeah, if they don't like waffle, you've weeded them out
if they
successfully.
don't like waffle, they don't come back again, generally. Yeah.
You're talking of that first Arty Farty party. OBS, which we use for the streaming and recording, we've actually still got buttons set up for switching between the guests that we had.
Yeah, so they're still there, immortalised in OBS, basically. Yeah. So Chris is there, Zoe's there, Emily's there, Johnny, Gabby.
Gabby's has been removed because I repurposed
because you hate Gabby,
it.
Is it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's just such a terrible person. I hate the sound of bagpipes. No,
I'd love to see Gabby playing her bagpipes.
No, we repurposed her button to play a fart sound because I needed a fart sound button in a hurry. I'm sure she'd love that. She was coming up the stairs and I had to sneakily put the fart sound on there without her noticing.
So you just quickly reused
at John's
Gabby?
Request. So Gabby's button was there. Obviously we didn't use it for the Gabby thing anymore. But I thought it was worth renaming that button so, you know, the fart noise wasn't forever linked to Gabby because that's a bit unfair.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was still there. And the fart button is now called fart. It's still there.
And it's definitely some. Will it work if I press it now?
Probably, yeah. Oh, maybe I did actually remove all the tests. Just, you know, for your information, she hasn't actually pressed the button. She's just actually farting.
So some other things as well. There's all sorts of things to play with here, and then there's all the flags that you put up for the different giveaways, which countries they're open to. Not that people always see them, but drum roll, applause.
Yeah, you've definitely come back at the right time.
That's a round
Emily.
of applause for you, Emily. Oh. Did you have a nice walk? Is it lovely weather there? It's beautiful here,
Bertie
actually.
was very well behaved as always.
I haven't done very much of this, have I? I'm going to have to get cracking tonight. I think I kind of found it took me, if I stuck at it without getting distracted, probably a couple of evenings, three evenings maybe it would take me to do it. Yeah, I think I've gone too far now, that one.
Oh, you've messed it up.
Yeah,
it's ruined.
I have.
Put it all in the bin. Oh wait, it's crochet. It doesn't matter. Way. You found The Hobbit through Emily's channel. Okay.
See, we're just all interconnected, which is lovely, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
And yeah. Definitely is something that often it gets me up in the morning, thinking about what I'm going to be doing, and you know. Yeah, there's always a new project to look forward to and stuff, and yeah, nipping in to see what everybody else has been up to, and yeah, it just gives you it's almost giving me at the moment, give me a bit too much to do, because as always I've got too many pots on the boil at the same time, but that's just kind of how I roll, really, I think.
Yeah.
So channel name, whose channel name?
A lovely channel, Madison. 1,000 subscribers.
Is it just called House of Langford? I'll write that down. I'll check that out after then. It's nice to support people up and coming.
Yeah.
What kind of thing is it, Jackie? That title doesn't tell me anything. Some channel names are very descriptive about what they do, aren't they? Well, mine is completely.
Describes herself as multi-craftural podcaster, mostly crochet, fashion and textiles.
Interesting. Same surname. Oh, yes. You're just giving you're not supposed to say your real name on here, Susie. But yes.
Just out of interest, Susie, does she have the same long number on her debit card as you? Could you?
Deb's like, that just sounds like me. Every so often, John, like the other day, John said, "Look what I found." There was this pile of pins, needles, a couple of other bits he'd put on the coffee table. He said, "That's what I found down the sofa this morning." It's not ideal for when you find them by sitting on them, of course, but
no, that's not great.
Tell you what I get confused about. So, like someone said to me the other day, I enjoy your vlogs, and I thought there's nothing that I do that I would think was a vlog, but I get confused about when is it a vlog, also when is it a podcast, and I even tried looking it up, but I'm really not much the wiser.
I think overall it doesn't really matter.
My understanding is that a podcast should be able to work kind of just audio.
Originally, yeah, podcasts were audio only.
Yeah. Then
they started adding video to them. And
yeah. But if you can actually, I think if you put a video on YouTube, you can actually designate it as a podcast as well, and it gets put somewhere else so more people might find it. But I've noticed some people just put in what I would just call a normal YouTube video on and calling it a podcast. I don't know, I'm completely confused. Oh, that's all right. Now you need to say what your town is. Also, the name of your first pet, Susie. Don't. Yeah, that's what I kind of... Yeah. Because it's like blog, isn't it? So if blog is web log, isn't it? Basically a journal. I don't think there's anything that I would do in my understanding of the word that I would call a vlog, I suppose. I
think traditionally vlogs tended to have more sort of personal content about what's going on in your life rather than being just here's the art that I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, I don't really do a lot of that. I mean, it comes, by the way, I talk to you guys usually during the lives, it's more personal stuff comes out. I don't really talk about personal stuff an awful lot in videos.
One trend that I find quite annoying is you get these so-called devlogs that people do where they're showing off the sort of development work that they've done on their game or whatever. Very interesting. But they insist on stopping and like halfway through it's like, well, today I had this for lunch, took my dog out for a tour, and then we get 30 minutes of watching their dog walking.
Wandering through a cornfield or whatever.
I came here for the game thing that you're working on, not your dog.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. And people didn't used to do that, but it's a growing trend in the sort of devlog.
Yeah, I think
community.
It's what they think they're doing, what they think people want. I think you have to upload it as a podcast to have it be a podcast. Ah, right, okay. Rock solid.
I do find it funny.
That's a nice trouble-free pet, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Why do you say was? Go on.
That's right.
I've stopped now. I've forgotten what I was going to say now. So you think it's funny when you said, I think it's funny when you...
Yeah, I don't know anymore.
I was going to say, you're saying you're talking about Rock, about Solid as being in the past. What happened to Rock? Did it get turned into sand or something? Gravel?
The ravages of time. Could you smell what he was cooking?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing Tom's talking about, isn't it, I think? I sounded really Norfolk then talking about. Yeah, you'll turn on to watching the Tin Channel, but yeah. Oh, bye, Susie. Sneak back quick.
Sneaky Susie.
Worky lurky. Rock was Solid, but then Solid became a necklace pendant and I still have him somewhere.
Yeah, most pets can't be turned into necklaces without some kind of agency getting involved and putting you on a list.
Oops. I've actually got things like that I picked up many years ago. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I completely forgot. Well, I can do it now.
Ow.
I thought I'll start doing this every Wednesday. I'm going to start doing a little show and tell of some of my weird and wonderful treasures every Wednesday. And this is one of my favourites I have shown before, but a very long time ago. So.
She does have a lot of weird stuff.
This is one of my treasures.
Already know what it is.
You know, don't you? Yeah. And this is about 6 months older than I am. So this is 64 years old now and a bit. And it was made, my mum, when she was expecting me, she worked as a dental nurse. And the dentist, when she was leaving, because in those days, it was still a case of some women, when they got married, had to leave work. But in this case, since she had her first child, that was it. She couldn't work anymore. So he made her this for the baby. Cute. Baby size teeth. So they were made properly, like proper dentures, I suppose. And yeah. And I remember looking at them and thinking, why does that look weird? Because it's baby size, but it would, can you imagine a baby actually have it? But of course, it's partly because there's an adult number of teeth there, I think, isn't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, no, 30 teeth. Oh no, maybe it is a child's number of teeth. But perfectly made. I'm going to try and get it to focus.
A baby coming out like that would be disturbing.
It would be really disturbing. It would be a bit like that AI one we saw the other day. There we go.
You're expected to just look around and say, "Hurry up, mother. Been waiting all day."
They're absolutely detailed. They look like real teeth, except tiny. So that's my treasure for this week. And that was the original box they came in as well. So that's your inheritance, Tom. That's one of your precious family heirlooms.
That's more I'm getting from the other side of the family. So
it's probably true. Yes. So I'll find something else to show you next week. And if anybody feels like sharing their weird and wacky treasures in the live stream follow along room, you are very welcome.
Yeah, Carol, breastfeeding would be out.
Yeah. Some babies do get born with like 1 or 2 teeth, don't they? I have heard of that happening.
If it was that many, they'll just throw them a steak and it's like, off you go. Go chew on that, you little monster.
I can't believe that's like, how old is Richard now? Is he really going to be? No.
Yeah, probably.
He's going to be 42 this year, isn't he? 42
I'm going to be
years
42
ago.
this year.
Oh, 43. Oh yeah, it's 2025. Yeah. Blimey. So
Your youngest son is turning 42.
43 years ago, I was great with child at this time of the year. And I really was great with child.
I mean, you're all right, I guess.
I went from 7.5 stone to I can't remember now exactly what I weighed just before I had Richard. Then I got pregnant with Tom when I was Richard was only about 5 months old. So basically they're about 14 months apart. So I hadn't kind of lost all of the weight from the first baby. And the night before I gave birth to Tom, so this is like less than 2 years since I'd weighed 7.5 stone. Yeah, it was 14 months. No, hang on. I've got myself confused now. Less than 2 years since I weighed 7.5 stone. I was 12 stone 5. So I'd put on nearly 5 stone in 2 pregnancies within less than 2 years, which was not good. And I ended up with my blood pressure all over the place and had to go into hospital. I did make 2 people. Well, they're all right, I suppose.
I don't know. They're both pretty awful.
You're a bit broken, but you know.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you did your best. It was your first time making children, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been before kids. There's definitely something about. I know they say it's, you know, it's still, and I believe it. It's still calories in, calories out, and all that. But I've never been able to lose weight again since, like I used to before I had kids. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the calories in, calories out thing only works assuming your metabolism doesn't change at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that is affecting the calories out part.
Because I used to eat all kinds of rubbish before, you know, like I didn't think about what I ate at all, and I wasn't very active either, not as active as I was when you two were little, for sure. Or later on, like I think when I got sort of much slimmer later on was when I was working on the hospital wards. That was one of my most active jobs. I lost a lot of weight
That'd
there.
do it.
Yeah, and I used to walk to work and back every day as well, and that was Cornish Hills too, so...
Yeah, those were some quite steep ones as well, because you had to go all the way down the valley and back up the other side.
Yeah. I got down to about 8 stone again then. But, yeah. 7.5 stone to 12 stone 5 in less than 2 years. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah. And 14 months apart. God. I was actually still breastfeeding Richard when we found out I was pregnant with Tom. I was sitting there thinking, that feels like you get that bubbly, almost like bubbly feeling when they first start moving. Which you think, you know, is that a fart brewing for later?
It happens, yes.
Or is that beginnings of a baby moving? I really wasn't sure.
You just outsourced the farting.
And I was breastfeeding, so like, you know, one of the big signs is you miss your periods. Well, you don't get them. Well, I didn't when I was breastfeeding anyway. But I was kind of doing aerobics and stuff and trying to lose weight and starting to get my figure back a little bit, because I did lose quite a bit in between babies, but there was definitely still a belly there, you know. And I remember thinking, I wonder if I happened to go to a chemist and because you couldn't just buy a pregnancy test, then you had to take a sample into a chemist in those days, or the doctors. And the chemist asked me the usual questions: when was you last, blah blah blah, and I said, well, about like 14 months or whatever it was ago. Yeah, it would have been 14 months ago, yeah. And by the time I went to the chemist, probably 15 months ago, since I had a period, and he said, well, and I said, but I'm breastfeeding. He said, well, that's probably why you... No, I said, no, but I think I can feel a baby moving. And he said, well, do you really need to be coming to me for a pregnancy test? And I just thought, well, I've just asked you to just do me. I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the end, he did do it, and it was positive. And then I went to the doctor. But yeah, God, that was a bit of a shocker. But luckily, you were a very quiet, well-behaved baby for the first 6 months. After that, it all changed. But at least the first 6 months.
I was just saving it up.
Yeah. The chat's gone really quiet. Have I shocked everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a flutter. Like but like bubbles to me. Like could be something just like digesting, you know. Yes.
Yeah. Thing about childbirth, though. Very easy.
Don't you dare.
I've stubbed my toe before. That probably hurt more. It's fine.
Lucky you're not here.
Suddenly all these women in chat are thinking before, oh, he's not that bad, this Tom.
Yeah.
They will hate me now.
Yeah.
Exactly, Shorts. How hard can it be? He says being in another country, therefore quite safe. Successfully reassembled the kitchen mixer. Very good. What was wrong with it? Why was it in need of reassembly?
You still got all your fingers.
I assume it would be unsuccessful if you'd lost fingers.
Yeah.
Now, see, I would try it, Jackie, but I'm washing my hair, so.
To Carol, you were a midwife, weren't you, Carol? Until very recently. So yeah, I think you're going to win. You're going to win this one.
Yeah, sounds pretty easy.
A simulator. Oh, does it actually give them contractions and things, or just one of those big bellies?
Yeah, I assume it's one of those like a TENS device or something. It would make my muscles contract and that kind of nonsense. Midwife teacher. Ooh.
I feel quite sorry for the men, really. Or for the men that want to be more involved, because it's like it's such a what's the word? It must be a very different experience.
Having to listen to you guys go on and on about it, yeah, it's terrible.
I'm going to shut up now. But for men who really want to be like really, really involved, but they can't be, can they?
No.
With the best will in the world. I am starving now. How am I going to get through till dinner time?
You see, Louise said, I had my third child at home on my own in about 10 minutes. Easy peasy. See?
Did you? Oh my God.
I watched that.
Tom took 3 days. I was literally in full-on labour for 3 days.
Don't like to rush things,
I've never forgiven him.
I watched that documentary, Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. And it looked pretty easy in that. And get that, would you, Deirdre? That's it, all the fuss is about.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I wouldn't want to be at the business end. I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to see any of that if it was me. I'd rather, yeah.
Yes, I mean, at the risk of being a bit crude, I have heard men saying that it's difficult to revisit said area afterwards in a different light.
Don't. I do remember hearing a guy on the next morning. I don't know if it was after you or after Richard, but I heard him on the phone to his. He must have come to visit, and he was on the phone to his family. And I assumed someone on the other end said, "So what was it like?" And I seem to remember his wife must have told me that he wasn't keen to be there, but she'd kind of made him, because it was all still quite new then that men were encouraged to be there with you. It wasn't that long since it was something you did. The men stayed away.
Way outside with a cigar.
Yeah, because we were just the very beginnings of the 1980s, and it wasn't really that long before. But so anyway, I think, he was pleased he'd done it and everything, but it was a bit kind of, oh my God. And I remember him saying to whoever this was on the other end of the phone, it was like something out of Alien. I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
And I don't think she had a cesarean.
Yeah, probably not literally like something out of Alien. I'm not an expert, but I believe that would mean something had gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. My gran thought the baby was going to come out of her belly button. That's another story. People weren't educated in those days.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Baby while you wait, Louise. That's convenient.
Check out the time.
It's like the 1 hour photo thing, but for babies.
Seriously, you're one of those people, Louise. Wow.
So what you're saying
I've
is
heard about people
it's very
like
easy.
you. Wow. Shut up. It's your duty as a woman to pretend it was hard, okay?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen what the time is.
Oh, crikey. No, I would have just happily sat here for another couple of hours. I said to Tom earlier on, I'm so tired, I almost think I need to go to sleep, but I don't dare, because a friend
As
of
soon
mine,
as she
Trina,
stops, she's going to pass out there.
a friend of mine, Trina, she can sleep for like 20 minutes, 40 minutes, have a micro power nap, you know, and be all refreshed. I can't do it. It takes me too long to wind down, and if I did go to sleep, then I wouldn't want to wake up. So, yeah, Tom said, well, just keep going, have a 4-minute coffee break instead. And then you can crash afterwards, which is probably what I'm going to do. I think I only got about 2 hours sleep last night, so I am shattered. But I'm just quite enjoying sitting here chatting, you know. So she's part cat. What have I missed? I always miss stuff. Middle child was a girl, the other 2 were boys. She took 5 hours, and it hurt a bit, but not too bad. Wish it was always like that. See everyone next week. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Do I need to say anything before we go? No, that's it, innit?
Yeah.
That's it.
I think you've covered
thanks for joining
all the
us.
stuff.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. It's really nice to see everyone in the chat.
Thanks again to the members, as always.
Yes, as always. And yeah, great time zone, every crafter.
Yes.
That's a nice way to put it. And we'll see you again next time. Bye. I didn't do much chicken, did I? But I will get it done ready for the giveaway.
Yeah,
oh, no,
probably.
there is one thing I want to say. If you know anybody that's still here, I'll do this next Wednesday as well. If you want to be in for the giveaways for the Arty Farty party, that's the Saturday night one, which will be on the 5th of April. It's the first Saturday in every month. If you want to be in the draw, but you know you can't be, talking about time zones, you know, because you're on the opposite side of the world and it's going to be the middle of the night for you, or you've got something going on in your personal life or whatever that means you can't do it, drop me an email. My email is in the link tree, which is always in my description box. Drop me an email or message me in Discord and just let me know and say, can you put my name in the virtual hat, and I can put your name in for any of the ones you're eligible for, depending on what country you're in. So remember that. Drop me a line before 5 o'clock on the day of the stream, really. And now I'm really going. Bye. Bye.
We're going as soon as she remembers where the button is anyway.
Shut up.